Good morning, everybody. This is Eureka John, and Eureka Street Crypto Hub is where you are in this video stream, and this is my video blog. It is, Tuesday, 5:40 in the morning, 5:41 in the morning now, June 15th, 2021. So June is an interesting month, that's for sure. This is my video blog, and I'm not sponsored by anybody. I'm not shilling anything. I'm just talking about my crypto experience and everything that I learn about in crypto as I go along. I could be right. I could be wrong. I could be right today and wrong tomorrow, or I could be wrong today and right tomorrow. I don't know, whatever. Let's see, what else? I don't know. Yeah, so just here to talk about crypto. Hey, what's up, Bantanic? Nice to see you on here. I don't think I've seen you here yet, but you caught me just at the beginning. So hopefully I have some good things to talk about. You're always welcome to offer any input in the chat. Okay, so let me go over here to the Coin Gecko. Oh yeah, I've been going through this. I've been doing this show since October 24th, 2020. So already so far I've seen tons of different moods and atmospheres and price actions, and the sky is falling and euphoria and everything. That's just in a few months. I've been into crypto since 2018. I guess the end of 2018 is when I started. I bought my first XRP and Dogecoin back then, and then I realized I need to get into some stuff of more substance and value. I'm not saying XRP doesn't have value, but I found the projects that I like, the stuff that I want to invest my money in, and that I think have the best fundamentals. And see, that's what all this is it's really a process to do your own research. And not everybody's going to like the same stuff, and that's okay. Everybody has different finances. Everybody has different risk tolerance. I forgot to hang up my painting. There. This will tell you what show you're on. There, okay, there it is. Okay, I made that painting with my daughter, and I generally have it hanging, but in the background. But I'm doing these videos for the Komodo Development Academy, and I'm not putting my logo anywhere on there, so I forgot to hang that back up. But anyway, yeah. So to each their own in the crypto space. Don't buy into the tribalism. Just because you're in the XRP army doesn't mean you can't talk to a Bitcoin maxi, or Bitcoin maxis are kind of the worst. But even that, see, here I am, I'm being tribalistic. And just because you're a Bitcoin maxi doesn't mean you can't talk to a Chainlink Marine and all that. And if you're new here, welcome. It's this dysfunctional family called the crypto space. Bitcoin's sitting at $40,094.15. That's a funny thing. 40,000 back in February, we were all cheering for it, and then come around like April or May, and we have the drop in the market, and we're upset and pissed off about 40,000. And here we are this week. Everybody's elated and euphoric about 40,000 again. So it's all a mental state, everybody. That's all this is. And if you can keep your mind just going at an even pace without being subjected to all these highs and lows and everything going on, you can step back for a second. When in doubt, zoom out. That's the most important thing. You can do very well in this space. You just have to detach yourself from all the day-to-day shenanigans that are happening in this crypto space. Don't worry too much about what Elon Musk is doing, okay? Ethereum, $2,594.95. Dead as a dollar. Binance, $371.66. Cardano, $1.58. The Doge, 32 cents. XRP, 88 cents. Here I'm saying, don't worry about prices. I'm reading off the prices. Oh, the irony. XRP, 88 cents. Polkadot, 24.67. USDC, stablecoin, dollar. Uniswap, 24.02. Binance, Bitcoin Cash, 636.60. Litecoin, 177.10. Chainlink, 25.93. Solana, $40.97. And then Polygon, $1.66. Binance USD, $1. Theta, 906, almost about to hit $10 again. And then this ICP clown coin for 63.29, it had dropped. It came in busting through the gates onto the markets, immediately onto Coinbase and Binance, pushed by the World Economic Forum. It's gonna be definitely the solution to the world's problems and Ethereum scaling issues, and we're gonna build the new Facebook and TikTok and everything on this one platform. You won't have to worry about going anywhere except, and this is going to be the world supercomputer. All programs are going to be built on this computer, you know, so anything you want to do, you'll just have to use a client, and then everything else, all programs will be connected in a decentralized blockchain, and so you won't have to worry about anything. Limitless blockchain with power, speed, and scale the internet. Build tokenized mass market social media services exclusively from smart contracts. All this is great, right? Except I think you have to be able to register in order to use it. And of course, it's, you know, at first free and open and democratic. But what happens whenever all internet becomes centralized in a decentralized way, of course? That's not a good thing. And what will be the requirements to do that? We don't know. Could it possibly be all your health information? How can internet computer undo the monopolization of the internet? The internet computer provides a means to create internet services in a totally new way using autonomous software. These internet services can provide guarantees to users how their data is processed, but even more importantly, can provide guarantees about the availability of the APIs they provide to other services. Trying to figure out where I found about registering on there I did find that, and I'll go back and do a whole episode on this, but this is basically Big Brother waiting to happen right here. I mean, it's already here, but I'm just it doesn't sit right with me, man. Anything that immediately gets pushed right out the gate as the ultimate solution to everything is usually never the solution to anything. So let's go over here to some articles I found. Yesterday I did a whole video on the World Economic Forum, and somebody commented below. I talked about what does the World Economic Forum have to say about blockchain, and I went through their articles about cryptocurrency. Whoops, hold on, here's my video starting. Oops. And it was interesting, the projects that they highlighted. One of them was XRP, Solana was another one, Celo, who else did we have? XRP, Cardano, and a couple others, Stellar, and then there was one more. But they weren't blockchains that I would think that would normally be highlighted. They definitely weren't the biggest ones, and Cardano isn't even fully active and usable out there yet. So I was just wondering why they highlighted those instead of some of the more prevalent ones. Solana I can kind of see, Anyway, somebody said and I talked about CBDCs and that being differentiated from cryptocurrencies, and how CBDCs are going to be centralized, and it's basically just going to be programmable money to tell you when, where, how, and why you need, and how fast you can spend your money, and basically universal basic income airdrops to everybody. We will own nothing and we will be happy, right? Somebody expanded on that. It said, if I may expand upon CBDCs, a central bank digital currency is still blockchain and is programmable money. Yes, it is blockchain and it is programmable money, but it is not cryptocurrency in a decentralized way that we know it, like Bitcoin. These currencies can never be fully decentralized in the true sense of the word, as a central authority has control. That is true. Such programmable money that the issuer can build in controls to each recipient or groups as to when, where, and what they spend their money on. A CBDC wallet will allow the government to not only credit an account but also debit an account for fees, fines, and taxes. So if they think that you are in any way in violation of anything, they will immediately debit your account or shut down or freeze your account. And they can do that right now with banks, and that's why cash is so valuable. It allows people to actually operate under the table in a way. They have a system right now Where if you get a DWI, and it sucks, and yes, people that get DWIs are irresponsible at moments, and sometimes it is a weak moment for a person, but people the police have been handing those out like hotcakes over the past 10 years. And then in Texas, on top of paying off your fines and doing probation and getting that mandated counseling and everything that you have to do, you also have to pay a surcharge on top of that. I don't know where the surcharge came from, but for the next 3 years you have to pay off the rate 5 years ago was like $1,500 of a surcharge extra on top of all the fines and fees and your penalties you've already been paid in court mandated to do. So you've paid the penalty for your crime, but then you have surcharges on top of that. And I can only imagine how that's applied to other crimes all throughout the military industrial complex prison system. These people get out on parole. Well, they're not technically out of prison and they haven't really paid their due. So they have to pay all these extra fees and fines afterwards. And if you're poor and you're jobless and you can't get a job because you've been through the penitentiary system or whatever, then you're kind of basically have to work underneath society. And with things like CBDCs, there's absolutely no way you can do that, especially if they eliminate cash. And so it's going to put a lot of people out, and especially immigrants as well. And then it sounds like right now anybody that might not want to take that little jab in their arm. So I don't know. And then he goes on to say CBDCs sound like a very convenient and practical solution to connecting you to all things digital payment, most likely through the existing merchant MasterCard/Visa network, such as XRP and Stellar Lumens. The ugly side of such a currency is in itself a communist gateway for day-to-day living for millions of people, transferring over from social credit to universal basic income, of which strings will be attached. Yes, criticism or questioning of the state and its departments run the risk of your programmable money to be rejected for purchasing levels of travel, entertainment, shopping, etc. Hence why the World Economic Forum are confident you'll own nothing and be happy, just like the Chinese citizens who only have one choice to be happy or be socially excluded. Yes, or if you trip up and do one small crime, you're immediately banned and fined and nickel and dimed to death. And it all starts with just little things like, oh, you can't go to the ball game, just the most superficial of things, and then it slowly just tightens its grip, just slowly. Anyway, I did look into where those surcharges went a few years back, and they said it goes to the hospitals, so they can treat the families and the victims of drunk driving and stuff like that. And I dug into that because that's what I do. I'm a researcher type of person, and I saw that only 5 to 10% of all those surcharges, which is billions of dollars, went to hospitals, and the rest all went to offshore corporations in Spain and Australia. So it is pretty interesting to find out, and that was when I was just at the infancy of me trying to dig into all this stuff, which ultimately led me to cryptocurrency. Way back in the day, I got in a little trouble with the law, got a DWI, and I got slapped with all this stuff, and I wanted to figure out, what I always want to learn the systemic side of things. I don't know why. Maybe it's because that's what I was taught in school in seminary. I went through 3 years of basically liberation theology indoctrination, and I was learning woke culture 10 years before woke culture up there in New York City, and right there at Union Seminary, and we were basically being pounded hard with why I am a terrible person, because the argument, and I just was like, something is wrong here. And I got deep into the pharmaceutical industry. I got deep into the institutional racism that has come about. I got deep into the military industrial complex, the prison system, and there's just so much wrong. Even back then, back in 2001 and 2002, I was going to the Columbia University Library to do a project, and I was studying pharmaceuticals and GMOs on society and globalization and stuff like that, and I was watching these videos that these doctors had to watch in order to be able to keep their license. These videos were all made by the pharmaceutical companies, and mandated for the doctors to watch, and they were all basically pharmaceutical commercials. And it was a mandate that the doctors had to watch these to get their credits and get their licenses and maintain their licenses and everything like that. So I just sat there and watched like 10 hours worth of pharmaceutical commercials. It was just crazy, you know, because you had to, I was looking up certain conditions and diseases and everything like that, and it all tied back to pharmaceuticals. It's insane. But yeah, Lady Stormer says, lovely. Yeah, it was absolutely lovely. So anyway, yeah, thanks for that input, by the way. So yeah, there's just a lot of crazy stuff. I know I went a little personal down that route, but I just thought it was kind of relevant when I start talking about like systemic issues. And yeah, anyway, yeah. So let's go back over here. I am a big fan, but also a little wary of Chainlink. It is one of my favorite cryptocurrencies. Chainlink is, hey, VideoTuber, how you doing? Chainlink is 2585 right now. It is the oracle that brings data from the real world to the blockchain. This is, you know, as we're talking about the World Economic Forum and the kind of blockchainization of society, and this digital currency and CBDCs, Chainlink and the ability to have programmable money, and it's going to be a lot of times these programs and smart contracts on the money will be automated, so the bureaucrats will just say, be able to, it's just my job, I just work here, you know, I can't help it, this is what the program does, this is what the smart contract says, I can't do anything about it, and it alleviates human responsibility for anything. And Chainlink is a big part of this, and Chainlink is just a technology. Chainlink is not evil in itself, and it can be used for good. And you know, as you saw yesterday, Theta Network, Solana, and several other cryptocurrencies had a severe drop. I mean, even stable coins, had like a 71% drop. And this was yesterday morning about this time, and I was going to work, and by the time I got to work, I looked at my phone and I saw all this, these tweets about CoinMarketCap saying, CoinMarketCap, something's wrong, and then Coinbase, what's wrong with your pricing, and people just completely freaking out that the price of their assets had completely dropped. And that was, I don't know why, there was a bug in the system, but something like Chainlink could have fixed that with a price feed. Because that's exactly what Chainlink does. It funnels real-world data to blockchains in order, and a lot of these, CoinGecko, for instance, uses Chainlink to connect to various price feed sources in order to have good updates on their price. And I don't think CoinMarketCap does, or Coinbase. So I believe Coinbase uses its own in-house price feed, and that wouldn't have happened if Chainlink had been the oracle. But anyway, so let's take a look here. Chainlink is like Ethereum, but from 3 years ago. Imagine if you had bought Ethereum at that time. Unicorn blockchains that attain status in the market and are then considered for mass adoption are rare. Bitcoin was the first blockchain to open an alternative doorway to making digital transactions. Ethereum smart contracts created a new means of securing online data by securely validating agreements on the blockchain. Chainlink's Oracle network proposed a new digital infrastructure to enable interactivity between blockchain data. Blockchain technology is rapidly developing, and while still immature, countless projects are endeavoring to increase its capacity with the goal of servicing a decentralized market. Financial incentives, similar to any technological gold rush, make cryptocurrencies and blockchains appealing. Unlike the stock market, the cryptocurrency market is still largely unregulated, which is attracting a multitude of excited investors with the alluring promise of making substantial financial profits. And then it goes on to talk about Ethereum and then the DeFi progress. Then it brings in Chainlink and talks about the DeFi summer and how Ethereum has basically been bubbling up and become its own, and how it attained its value. And then here, developed by Sergey Nazarov in 2014, Chainlink rekindled hope within the blockchain, the community, with its goal of constructing a digital bridge between off-chain and on-chain data. Now Chainlink is responsible for over 500 integrations globally and was the catalyst that enabled the emergence of DeFi. What's more, Chainlink is constantly working towards new iterations of the protocol, with Chainlink 2.0 standing as the embodiment of their goal, interconnecting a multitude of off-chain data to the blockchain through decentralized Oracle networks. Emphasis was placed on growing blockchain ecosystems. However, investors have singled out the advantages of Chainlink's contribution to the network's growth as crucial. So on the flip side, finding blockchain unicorns is never easy. You basically got to study. Purchasing ETH during the pandemic crash could yield similar financial results as the price of Ethereum dipped to nearly 120, according to CoinMarketCap. Yeah, we've seen Chainlink go all the way up and down depending on tons of market circumstances, so it's a very volatile token. If you're going to invest in Chainlink, just know that you're investing in a lot of volatility. But so far, it's treated me well. I got into Chainlink back at like $1.80 or something, and I've just been slowly dollar cost averaging. So I'm doing pretty well there. Chainlink and Ethereum could become the staples of blockchain technology due to their high market acceptance and approval. The development scene. Stories about seven-figure Gen Z millionaires are not rare occurrences. While they all have what they all have in common is their vision of investing into either Bitcoin or Ethereum early on. There are recent examples of Dogecoin millionaires. However, they represent a separate case as they invested in hype rather than a token used across the blockchain spectrum. Investing in Ethereum in 2017 before the ICO mania would have resulted in investors garnering a staggering 10,000% return on investment. The incremental growth of Ethereum was due at least in part to its high use. As previously stated, users were required to obtain ETH tokens to participate in ICO crowdfunding. Chainlink is gaining some high use right now. I think the same thing. I think this article is on to the idea that Chainlink is going to basically be following the same path as Ethereum. So then I went and I found this post here on Twitter by Junko, and let's see here. Hold on, let me give a sweating teddy to VideoTuber. Okay, so bookmarks, and let me pull up this. Alright, so I saved a bunch of tweets last night here. Okay, Junko, you got to take Junko for what Junko is. I don't know what Junko is, but sometimes Junko is way out of whack, and other times Junko is right on point and always funny, and all, So the Tesla Cybertruck will pay for itself, efficiently mining clean energy Bitcoin powered by Chainlink smart contract. I'm excited for Elon Musk, more excited for Link. So, clean energy Bitcoin powered by Chainlink smart contracts in the truck. Okay, and then there's another tweet down here. I don't know where that. Oh yeah, how to connect a Tesla vehicle API to a smart contract via a Chainlink Oracle, via a Chainlink external adapter. And yes, I can't get my mouse to work. Okay, so I went, and I did what I do, and I clicked on the link, and I just read this highly technical article that is over my head in a lot of places, but I still plowed my way through it. So I tried to participate in this Chainlink hackathon. I wasn't successful at it because I got in there and I looked around and I realized I'm a little out of my league here. I need to learn more about programming and smart contracts and everything like that in order to be able to meaningfully contribute. And I know a lot of these hackathons say, oh no, anybody can participate. Yeah, you get there and you're just like, so yeah, that's why I'm learning Solidity right now and trying to learn more about programming. So anyway, as the Chainlink Virtual Hackathon's grand prize winners, smart contract developers Harry Papacharisiou and Mac Durkin, that's an easier name right there, and Chainlink external adapter to connect a Tesla vehicle API to a Chainlink Oracle for a peer-to-peer vehicle rental app. Their Tesla smart contract is a great example of how Chainlink can be used to connect off-chain APIs to smart contracts and enable completely new business models. In this post, Harry and Matt walk through how they created the implementation. And basically, if you understand APIs and programming and REST APIs and stuff like that, you'll understand how they did all this. I vaguely understand this type of stuff, and I was able to see, how a password was generated, a token type, and then how people can use that token in order to acquire temporary access to the vehicle. And this includes all the information inside the vehicle, like the odometer and everything like that, turning the car on and off, by locking and unlocking the doors, etc. Maybe geofencing the car and stuff like that. And you could connect your wallet to this type of stuff, and you could create a business So here's all this smart contract and stuff that they learned, and so this is a good article here if you want to learn the technical side of it. But you could create a business called, and they created a business called Link My Ride, and it connects vehicle owners with vehicle renters. No need for an intermediary and some large rental company. So they said about 30% of the overhead or the profits is taken away by the platform finding a car for you, and this takes away that. So vehicle owners and vehicle renters. Let's just take a quick look here. Add my vehicle, and you can add a rental contract if you want to rent out your vehicle, and the smart contract will enable you to control in a way your vehicle, maybe geofence it, and maybe charge by the mile or time or however you want to do it via smart contract, and control key access and everything like that. And then here is their dev post. I will read you a little bit of what they have to say about it with the time I have left. I have about 4.5 minutes. So, inspiration. In the past, smart contracts have been integrated with electric vehicles via the use of specialized hardware. So this does it without specialized hardware. It plugs directly into the vehicle API, which is the interface that connects the vehicle to the outside world. I'm assuming probably the place where, I guess you don't have to plug it in physically. So without the use of, so smart contracts have been integrated with electric vehicles via the use of specialized hardware that plugs directly into a vehicle to obtain real-time data. Like when you go to the auto shop and they plug that thing in underneath the steering wheel. So not only were these examples restricted to just accessing data, but they also didn't scale well, as each vehicle requires special hardware installed. Tesla vehicles have a proper feature-rich API that can be leveraged to obtain vehicle data and change the state of the vehicle, which then gives us the ability to create a custom external adapter to connect smart contracts to the vehicle via a Chainlink oracle, giving the smart contract full access to the given vehicle's data and ability to change its state. What it does, this submission, this is part of the hackathon, and they won this hackathon. It demonstrates the design pattern described above, applying it to the use case of the peer-to-peer sharing economy and traditional vehicle rental platforms. The vehicle renter relies on the brand power of the company renting the vehicles and trusts that the bond they submit will be returned if they adhere to the conditions. And as a vehicle owner provider, going through a trusted centralized platform usually requires sacrificing approximately 30% of revenue earned. So that's where I was going with that. But in a peer-to-peer scenario, both renter and owner are strangers. There's no brand power, and there's no guarantee any bond will be paid. It will be returned. Any bond paid will be returned fairly if agreement conditions are met. This is where a smart contract connected to external data and events can be leveraged to facilitate a digital agreement between a vehicle owner and vehicle renter in a trust, minimized, and secure way. And they talk about how they did it, React front end, Solidity smart contracts, Chainlink node, custom Tesla external adapter, deployed to Google Cloud Lambda function, deployed to AWS Cloud, Firestone, no SQL DB for authentication, token storage, all that easy stuff. So the challenges they ran into, the sheer scope of the submission and the many moving parts, integrations, and complexities made time the biggest limiting factor. So this is just the results of the hackathon, and there's a video here. I won't watch it right now, but interesting stuff, man. And this all comes back to you will own nothing and you be happy, right? I don't know. I can just see other organizations besides individuals trying to start a small business getting their hands on this type of technology, and Ocean Protocol is partnered with Daimler Chrysler, and I imagine they're doing some similar type of stuff here. I know IOTA is doing similar type of stuff. I could see Fetch AI doing similar type of stuff, all with Chainlink. So Chainlink is driving basically all this stuff, and it's just insane when you think of the scope of the things that Chainlink is getting involved in. That's why I'm investing in Chainlink. So it's not because they have funny little frog memes, even though that's part of it too. Link My Ride, decentralized vehicle rental platform. I mean, there's just so much stuff. Would you like to rent a car? How long would you like to hire it for? Here are the available cars for that date and time. Select them to view more details. So yeah. And then one last thing here, talking about the World Economic Forum. They are pushing right here this, somebody pointed this, that's why I love doing this show, because people show me all types of stuff now. I don't even have to dig because people show me. The World Economic Forum is pushing the Cyber Polygon convention. And basically what it is, it's kind of like, if you aren't familiar with Event 201 that they did, which they, played pandemic before the pandemic happened, because shortly after that the pandemic happened. Well, here they are playing cyber threat and cyber attack. And I know they did a 2021, and now they're about to do a 2021 here. And the participants will be corporations and highly technical and accomplished individuals. And they're going to be doing this Cyber Polygon on July 9th, in which they will be enacting a cyber attack. And Klaus Schwab, the supervillain, technology and cybersecurity are of crucial importance in this COVID era. One of the most striking and exciting transformations caused by the pandemic has been our transition to digital everything, both in our professional and also in our personal lives. I am glad that Cyber Polygon has proved itself as one of those brilliant initiatives that address the need for developing and enhancing global cyber resilience in the fight against cybercrime and cyber attacks. And that's by Klaus Schwab. It actually looks pretty fun. Like, if I were into cybersecurity, I'd totally be into this, and want to go jump in and get at the helm and try to win against the red team or the blue team here, and the rules, defense, response. It looks pretty cool, man. I ain't gonna lie, you get to sit at this amazing desk here, and I don't know. So anyway, very good English German. What's up, Andy Panda? How you doing? Yes, so you're jumping on as I'm jumping off, so I gotta go. I gotta get my butt to work. I already slept in late. I woke up and it was like 5:06. I'm like, what? I'm supposed to wake up at 4:30. All right, man. Yep. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Yes, gotta go. Follow up on orders from my angry customers. I'm in the manufacturing world, and we cannot get supplies, and the supply chain is breaking down, and inflation is happening, and I'm rolling out price increases. And yes, my job is fun right now, and I'm just placating all the people who want their orders. And all right, well, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.